All right, what's going on, everybody? Brandon London here. I'm in the performance locker room after the game. I just kind of got to the locker room to give you guys my authentic thoughts about the Giants' 22-9 primetime loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. I am feeling what a lot of you all are feeling. I think I have to have a little bit more optimism because of my ties with the team. Obviously, I'm the in-game MC, international fan ambassador, but I am so frustrated in the players, coaching staff, front office. Everyone should be frustrated with that loss because it was a game that the Giants coulda, shoulda, and would have won. And everyone is tired of saying the coulda, the shoulda, the woulda. Players, coaches, training staff, everyone has to be feeling sick to their stomach after that loss. Let's get into this thing, and I want you guys to write in. Let's talk. I'm not going to be that guy that's like, oh, fire this guy, fire. I'm not going to go off the rails here. I think what I can do is try to provide some sort of context on the penalties, the turnovers, the lack of explosion and sparks on the offense. But I know a lot of you guys aren't trying to hear that. A lot of people within the fan base right now hear none of this stuff right now. There is nothing anyone can say that is going to make any one of you all that are watching this right now not feel like the mob and be angry. I can only imagine what the Mike Francescas and the Sal Licatas are going to be talking about on Monday, because I am sure that the media is going to let this team have it. And it's one of those, you can't even say it's one of those moments where it's like, yo, you got to look deep inside yourselves and what's there, fellas. Like, I would love to be in the locker room to ask these guys, like, what is going on? So we can talk about the penalties. Costly penalty on Drew Phillips towards the end of the second half. We're talking about a 6-6 game. 5, 6 seconds left. Patrick Mahomes just throws the ball up on a prayer. Quarterbacks are taught to do that. First and foremost, he broke containment, broke a tackle or two. I think he broke Abdul Carter's tackle on the sideline, throws the ball down the field. Drew Phillips did everything he could in that moment, running away from the football. Looked, he got his head back, wasn't grabbing on the receiver like I guess the official thought he was. But that was such an unfortunate penalty because it was 6-6 at the time. Boom, they go and kick the field goal. They go up 3 points. They come out of the half and they go on a 70-something yard drive to score a touchdown, to go up 10 points, to go up 10 possessions. Backbreaker right there. Absolute frustration right there. Obviously, there are other penalties throughout the course of the game that hurt and really set this team back, but that one was a backbreaker. And again, I can't even put that. Like, looking at that, obviously, we all as Giants fans were like, that's a ticky tack foul. What's the ref doing? Of course, Taylor Swift's there. They're not going to let the Chiefs go 0-3. That one can go either way, but at right there, it's just unfortunate. And when you're a Giants football team that's not creating momentum, you're not stopping momentum, you're not seizing momentum, stuff like that's going to happen to you. Now let's flip over and talk about the turnovers and talk on both sides of the football, because yes, Russell Wilson threw two turnovers, and we'll go into the costly one in the red zone, to throw the late jump ball, fade ball to Malik Neighbors in the back of the end zone. We'll go into that one. But let's talk about this Giants defense, to where Shane Bowen, defensive coordinator Shane Bowen, all throughout the spring, all throughout training camp, the talk, the emphasis on this Giants defense was taking the football away. Paulson Adebo had his hands on two interceptions, drop balls. Uh, Patrick Mahomes gets a ball batted. A couple guys touched it. I think Dane Belton might have touched it. Bobby Okereke had the chance for the scoop and score. He doesn't come down with it. He doesn't secure it. Patrick Mahomes recovers his own football. Just think about where the Giants offense would have had the football in that moment. They would have had it inside the 10-yard line, inside the 15. I was on the wide side of the field then trying to get ready for a throwing contest for the 2-minute warning. Unfortunate football. Is this team cursed? Are they are they cursed? If somebody got some sort of voodoo doll on the New York Giants right now, how does that football not get picked up right there? You just think of, and again, I'm just adding context right now because I have no frustration left. I have no anger. Again, I'm not here with the rah-rah. I'm trying to give some sort of context or trying to make this thing make sense, but it's hard, man. It's hard. You guys are paying your hard-earned money. We stayed up past our bedtimes tonight. We thought that this was going to be a Giants win on primetime TV. Everyone showed up for this Giants football team. 85,000 out there screaming Giants fans. But just to go back to the turnovers, the emphasis on this defense this year was taking the football away, and they had multiple opportunities to take the football away. So when we talk about complementary football, and again, I can't sit here and look at the Giants defense and be like, they're the reason why they lost this game. Won't do it, can't do it. Did I feel as though there should have been some stops on third down and some second and longs? Absolutely. The defense is going to have to look at themselves in the mirror this game as well. But when you have an opportunity to take the football away against a Patrick Mahomes, it has to be done. I thought Brian Burns had a solid first half. Spider-Man was showing up big, wreaking havoc. But then Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, Andy Reid, made adjustments in the second half. You started seeing Brian Burns double. You started seeing guys kind of lining up, chipping him, trying to take him out of the game. Both coordinators on the Chiefs side identified how the Giants can beat them, and they took and completely took that player out of the game. Malik Neighbors, 1 catch, 4 yards, 2 catches, 6 yards. I can't see on my. I can't really see some of the stats here because I'm shooting from my phone, y'all. I'm not on my computer right now, so I can't see some of the stats that my producer puts up. Malik Neighbors, we're talking about one of the most dangerous receivers in the league. Doesn't get the targets, and you knew Steve Spagnuolo was going to come in here and take something away. He's the Bill Belichick type of defensive coach, defensive coordinator. I have identified where you guys are dangerous, and I'm going to take that person, that weapon away. That's exactly what they did. They had a safety over top of Malik Neighbors. Malik Neighbors is taking a shower, about to go home, about to get in his car and go home. There's still a safety over the top of it. They took him out. And the Giants offense weren't able to create the explosive play that we saw last week. Russell Wilson struggled today. The interception in the red zone while you're going down to score. You can't have that. You cannot have that, especially against a Patrick Mahomes-led offense. The Giants had their opportunities here, y'all. You can sit back, and I think the most frustrating part of it is that even then, with how bad this team was playing, they were still right there in the football game towards the end. That's the most frustrating part of it. Same thing with the Washington Commanders. Nothing could get going. They cannot get this team going at all, the offense going at all against the Washington Commanders. And you're asking the defense to play perfect football to stop a Patrick Mahomes, a Jaden Daniels for scoring 10 points. It's oh my gosh, man. It is. It is. It's frustrating for you guys to watch. You can only imagine how frustrated and angry this team's going to be when they look at the tape. There are so many plays, so much hidden yardage, so much hidden points left on the field today for this football team. If you're going to do it now, if you're going to do it, you got to do it now. You got the Chargers coming in next week or this Sunday, 1 p.m. game. If you're going to do it, it has to be done now. Whatever it is you have to do to make changes, to make a switch up, to create some sort of spark, it has to be done now. There's no talking in the locker room. I saw Antonio Pierce today. I saw Brendan Jacobs today. I was with Eli today. Sean O'Hara today. Saw Lawrence Taylor today. Everybody outside of Lawrence Taylor was a guy that I played with and had the privilege to be in the locker room with. All those guys were stand-up guys. All of those guys would be vocal in the locker room if stuff ain't going the way it's supposed to be going. But at the same time, every single one of those guys didn't have to rah-rah. Like, it's times where you don't need to rah-rah. There's no point of rah-rahing. There's something you can rah-rah all you want, but once the ball is snapped, that rah-rah stuff don't mean nothing. So to the people out there that's like, hey, Brandon, go tell Dex or tell Brian Burns, get up in a guy's face and get mad. And that stuff don't, that stuff that's for Twitter, man. That stuff for TikTok. We're all professionals here. You know your job. You know what you're supposed to do. You know if you get the ball, your hand on a pick, you got to pick that thing off, create the turnover. You know if you're grabbing, you're holding on too long, you got to let go because you're going to get called for it. You know these guys know exactly what they're supposed to do. That's the frustrating part, that they continue to come up short. I don't know where they go from here, guys. I don't know. I don't know where they go from here. It's gut check time, and it's gut check time early. I can't stop the media. I can't stop the fan base or the TikToks and the Twitters and the fan pages out there from saying that phrase that we do not want to hear and what we thought we were not going to hear this year, more the same. Extremely frustrating loss for this Giants team today because they were in it. They were guys that were still fighting and competing towards the end. They were still trying to go down there and score. Oh, it's I don't know, man. The turnovers, the penalties, the lack of explosion, it'll get you in this league. This is a league where some teams, they go out and they take wins. Some of those teams, like some of the teams in this NFL, they'll go out and they'll take a win. Some teams will just give it up. Some teams will just be like, you know what? We don't have to do anything out of the extraordinary because that team will allow themselves to lose that game. The New York Giants cannot allow themselves to fall into that category. I can, and that's the only way I can put it. That's how I can put it right there. You guys are gonna feel something completely different, and I'm not. I can't say nothing to you. I'm in a group chat with a lot of Giants fans from the J18 tailgate that I go hang out with. And some of the stuff they be posting in the chat, I'm like, bro, like, do y'all even know football? Like, it doesn't happen. This doesn't happen like that. No, you can't just fire this. You can't just do that because I can't argue. I can't argue with no one no more. There's a lot of us who want to argue with our fans that are Cowboys fans, Eagles fans. We can't say a damn thing right now until this team goes out there and they do the talking, not only for us, but for themselves as well. Unfortunate loss. It's right there. You had a chance to beat down and to really, in the words of Michael Strahan, step on that neck of the Kansas City Chiefs, and you gave that game away. Didn't take that game away. Whatever you want to call it, don't know what to call it. Where do they go from here? I wish I had the answer, y'all. Again, I can't say nothing. You can't. There's nothing we can tweet. There's nothing we can do right now. This team has to answer that. This team has to take accountability. Are they going to do it? We'll see. Like my dad used to tell me when I was a kid, and you guys hear me say it on Blue Rush with Paul Schwartz all the time. And I know he's tired of me saying it. I'm like Missouri, the show me state. But we're going to hear that phrase more of the same. We're going to hear that all throughout the week. The penalties, the turnovers, the lack of explosion. People are going to question this team's effort. Can't do nothing about it. Can't do anything about it right now. Except shut up and go home. For all y'all who watched, listened through this, wanted me a little bit more outraged, wanted me to yell and call for jobs and all that. I I got nothing, man. I got nothing, man. I have absolutely nothing right now. I hold my head walking out of the stadium. Hopefully the players will as well. Hopefully they get back to it, get back to the drawing board or I don't know, whatever. But all I know is Sunday at 1 p.m. It's got to go. It's got to go. You got to drop your nuts and you got to play some real football. You got to play some penalty free, mistake free, high explosive football and put one together against this. Oh, I almost said San Diego, LA Chargers. That's all I got, guys. Get your rest. Stay away from the the people at work that's going to talk trash to you so you don't get upset and throw coffee on them or something. I don't know. We got an Eagles fan at the post. I know she's going to let me have it tomorrow. But again, thanks for rocking with me. This late night Blue Rush after dark, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm headed out to the parking lot now. You guys come on out to J18, say what's up. It's going to take forever to call this Uber home, but thank you guys for watching this Blue Rush post game show.